Hi, everyone. It's Mrs. Mocha, and today we're going to talk about what is a unique value proposition. A value proposition tells a prospect or a customer why they should do business with you rather than your competitors and makes the benefits of your products and services crystal clear from the outset. So, in order to do this, what you want to do is make sure that your value proposition points out why your product or company is unique. And also, you really need to know your customer. And the reason for this is you can't tie the value in making unique if you don't know what your customer values. So, you really need to know your customer in order to create your value proposition. So, that's why we're doing this as one of our last things. So let's talk about a value proposition versus a slogan because they can be kind of a little gray areas here. So let's talk about what a value proposition actually does. So a value proposition usually is a sentence or a phrase. So it's a little bit longer than a slogan would be. It usually is accompanied by a graphic, but it doesn't have to be. And it tells the customer why your product is unique and adds value to them. Whereas a slogan is a tagline, also is another name for it. It's just really more of a catchphrase, and it usually is 3 to 5 words long, and they go along with your logo. So there have been some very, very popular slogans and taglines. Years ago, with Wendy's, it was "Where's the beef?" Because they were telling the world that we have beef in our hamburgers. Can you find them in our other competitors in the fast food market? So we're going to look at some different ones. So Uber, the smartest way to get around. So that they're offering their value proposition of convenience. Tap the app, get a ride. So those are really interesting things that they are doing to tell you right away what you're getting, convenience and the best way to get around. And with Apple iPhones, they have several, but what they have often focused on is the experience. So there's nothing quite like an iPhone. Now, if you really stop and think about it, iPhones don't have anything too terribly different than, the other phones on the market. But there is a complete experience, and when you put it together, it's really nice. And that is what their value proposition is. They also have another one where they're focusing on security. And while they're highlighting a particular tool that they have created, which is the fingerprint recognition, really they're not highlighting the tool, they're highlighting the security. And so that is makes it a value proposition for them because they know their customers well, they know that their customers value that. Slack, you may not be familiar with it. It incorporates email and channels. It's just very nicely integrated. And if you're a working individual, then it will put together for you like all your customer information, your sales quotes information, and then talking with your team members. So it just makes it a really nice integrated way for you to communicate and do your job. It's actually an excellent tool. They've also have another value proposition focusing on the credibility and productivity, kind of subtly telling you here a messaging app for teams who put robots on Mars. Well, if you're that person or those people doing that incredible work and they're using Slack, then you should use Slack too. Grammarly is a great one. Great writing, simplified. It tells you exactly why you want to use them, and it's simple. I'm a huge fan of Grammarly, so that is a great value proposition. I think personally that the Got Milk itself is just a tagline or slogan, but a very effective one that resonated in the market and then people talked a lot about. Now, this addition of nourish every day, that's starting to work, I think, closer to the value proposition. But the Got Milk itself is just a tagline or slogan, I think. Just do it, a very famous one from Nike, is, I think, just a slogan because it doesn't really tell the customer in direct way how they're unique, how that they bring value to you. So now, hopefully, using your startup worksheet, you can identify a value proposition for your company.